When I was young, by some strange twist of fate, when bad things happened to me, such as when experimenting with mixing different chemicals in chemistry, things tended to blow right up. Also, the few little roaches that we had deep inside the vault, when I killed them, it was a big disgusting mess. I learned to double and sometimes triple check what I was mixing together in science class, and then just stayed right away from ever killing anything. Of course, not killing anything out here in the wasteland would have meant I'd be a bloody mess somewhere, and being eaten by rad roaches, so obviously I had to kill whatever was attacking me first. Down here in the second level of the military base, I'm melting super mutants down to goo left and right. Oh, it's downright disgusting, but it's really working in my favor. 1 or 2 shots and they just melt. I like it and am repulsed by it at the same time. I only like it because this form of rapid death is really helping me eliminate them. It's almost like a bad trait I have, but it works in my favor. So how can I argue with that? It's better than having bad luck, isn't it? From what I've seen so far, there are only 3 levels to this base, but of course, once I get down to the 3rd, that's when I'll find out if there's another level or 2, or 3. I figure they must have some mutant monstrosity who is running this place, especially now that the master has been destroyed. Also, the quickest and easiest way to bring the place down is to find their fusion reactor and set it to overload. That should make this job real quick and easy. Wherever their FEV is stored, it needs to be completely destroyed, and I take it that they have a lot of it if the master was going to use it to repopulate the Earth with super mutants. My mother and father and all my friends are waiting back in Vault 13, so I'm close to returning home. I can practically taste it. But I still have to make sure this is all done properly. I know I'm excited and eager to return to my comfortable quarters to resume my studies towards that PhD I'm working on, so it's easy to miss things or just plain overdo it. I must focus and get this right. I miss the old clean food, the hot showers, the comfortable beds. I miss all the boys and girls around my age. Well, I guess I'm an adult, so all the men and women around my age. I miss feeling safe and secure underground and behind that giant vault door. When I first went outside to see the sun and the sky, well, that wasn't easy. It was really uncomfortable, actually, especially the rays from the sun. But as the days went on, as I headed east, looking for Vault 15, I got used to it. It's now September, and I left last December. I'm so used to the sky and the sun and the stars at night that, well, if I go back into the vault, I'll miss that too. But I'll take luxuries and security of the vault over living up here in this mutant wasteland any day. I'll have to tell stories to the other vault dwellers about my experiences, and what the sun and the blue sky and night was like. Oh, and clouds. I can't forget about those. Sometimes when it rains, which doesn't happen that often in this desert area, but when it does, I just like to watch it. To me, it's sort of a miracle, and it's peaceful. Okay, so now, back to the task at hand. I'm on the 2nd level. I have to find our fusion generator and set it to overload. Right, I'm on the 2nd floor of this place. Now, I think that if there's someone that's running this place, like a general or something, he would be on the bottom floor, and that's also most likely where the fusion reactor would be. However, that doesn't mean he or she would certainly be on the bottom floor. Actually, I think all these mutants are all no sex. They lose their sexes. I know the master talked about female mutants, but I have yet to see any. I think that they just merge into one. Huh, I'm having trouble with this. I can't really seem to use it. That computer only disabled them on the 1st floor. Oh, this is a bit frustrating. I'm disabling it, but it's happening for like half a second. Yeah, I can't walk through it. The yellow ones you can't walk through. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it too well. Let's try regular repair. Without the tool. What? Well, at least it lasted longer. There. Yeah. I think I was doing it too well. It's still off. Not funny. Right, okay. Well, let's see. What's through this door?
Look, it's the intruder!
More super
He's
mutants.
Here. Now you die a screaming death.
Oh! I'd rather not die a screaming death. Ow, that really hurt, actually. Alright, Mr. Rocket Launcher. You get this right in the eyes if I can hit you. Oh, he's still up. Yeah, rockets can... bad. Gatling guns, my armor seems to deflect it. Like that. I mean, I felt the impact, but... keep shooting your own kind. So, I can't hit that one. I can hit this one. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna wait for this guy to come to me. Can I hit the one back there? I can. Aim for the CPU. Yeah, so the leader could be on this floor somewhere. And that's why I have decided to stay here and clean everything out, just in case. There it comes. Oof. You stink! Now you're goo. Or goop, or whatever. You know what? Ugh. Hate to pick through the goop, but I want stim packs just in case. I've used a few of them. Used like 2 or 3. Yeah, 3, I think, right when I came onto the second floor. Okay, I'm hearing something around the corner. I'm gonna take a stim pack right now. Or 2. And the rocket thing, because it's a big old area effect like that, that probably would have killed my companions. And that's the real reason why I had them leave. Wow. Force field is up, but... I mean, I can shoot through it, but he's just standing there looking at me. Okay. Let's disable this then. Okay, better get through it. Oh! The robot reacted. Ah, it's back up too. You know what? I'm just gonna shoot the robot. Stupid thing. Okay, I hear more moving in there. Oh. It's not firing on me, are you? Okay.
You are not supposed to be here!
Why'd you say that?
You human! Me mutant! Mutant kill human!
Wow. It's very cavemanish of you, but okay. This is what you want. Yeah, Gatling guns tend not to do anything to me. But my rifle, my plasma rifle, completely wrecks them.
I see enemies to destroy! I see enemies to destroy!
I hear them over here. I see one. Corner of one. I can't fire on them yet. You know what? I'm just gonna wait here. One has a rocket launcher.
Who is stupid enough to anger us?
Oh! You're gonna hit your own guys, you idiot. Ah. Ow! You know, It's not that it's penetrating my armor, it's throwing me around in the armor, though. Kinda wish I could just... Wow. Time to kill these guys. Focus on the one with the rocket launchers. Those ones do the most damage to me. Oh, okay, blow up your own guy. Sure.
Who is stupid enough to anger us?
Okay, well this one shooting at me with his rockets. I'll take him down first. I can't get the other ones around the corner, but this one right in front of me, you take this.
I see enemies to destroy!
Okay. Why you'd walk right up to me with a rocket launcher to fire is about the dumbest thing can ever imagine, but whatever. Anything more? I see more over there. Alright, let's take some stim packs. That hurt. Yeah, they're little rockets. Those would have killed my companions. Wouldn't mind picking up more stim packs. It's like they don't even notice me over here. Alright, what's through this door? Thought I heard a noise. Let's see. So this is electronic lock, right? Let's use the electronic lockpick. This thing looks fragile, this electronic lockpick. Be careful, don't break it. Not able to pick, not able to pick. What if I just go by hand? Wow. And I thought I really improved my lockpicking skills. I got it. Okay, what's on the other side? Super mutants, of course. Ooh. Well, that gun sounded different. It also penetrated my armor. Right, let them come out to me. Here they come, the big stupid oafs. Oh, of course I miss.
Ah! Pain! What have you done?
Flamer. Got through my armor. Oh, he's using a plasma rifle. That hurt. Hey, give me a chance to go. Wow. Yeah. I think I better take a super stim pack. I got really hurt there. And maybe a regular stim pack. Okay, the one with the flamer's gotta go. You don't really have to aim if you have a flamer. Point in the general area and just
I will
away.
torture you many days!
No, you're gonna be dead in a second. Stupid super mutant. I don't think that they're gonna have... Well... I already picked up 100. So I can take this. That's about it. I mean, I want stim packs. I'll take a super stim pack, but... More than likely there won't be anything from them. You don't really find stim packs that often on super mutants. That one did use one. Take that. And I missed. Wow, really? You guys are none too smart. You're making this too easy. There's one over here. Who's still facing away? It's like they're in a daze or something.
Ah! Pain! What have you done?
You're dead. I probably didn't need to go and kill all of them, but... At least that wasn't locked. Ooh, got another super mutant. Laser weapon. Bad aim. Fine, I'll get ya. Oh, okay, this is their medical bay. You know, if I'm gonna find Stimpaks, this would be the place. Let's see what I can get. Ooh, super Stimpaks. You know, even if I can't use it now, take this Radex. Use it in the future. Those other chems I don't really care for. More Stimpaks. Rad away, always helpful. What do these computers have to say? Let's use my science skill on them. It's locked up. Locked up. You guys have a serious problem with computer lockups. Your terminals are all... There's no one in the med bay. Okay, well, let's go through here. Urgh. I just have to brace myself before I go through those things. Well, that's the second floor. Ugh. What's on the third? Hopefully it'll be the last. But I know these places. There tends to be a fourth, fifth floor. Getting used to them all. Well, there's two right there. Let's take a few Stimpaks. Probably take that last one, but that's okay. Ah! Ow. That's what you get for that. And you can take this.
Ah, miserable human! I am blind!
Yeah, I tend to do that. Oh, plasma rifle. Now watch that. I like it when they don't do any damage to me. Ooh, I missed. Ow. I actually felt that. Take this. Wow. I think I've gone up in skill. Alright, so let's look at what I can do here. Actually, Action Boy is great. I move faster. Now, as for my skills... Well, I don't think lockpick will really matter anymore. Yeah, I mean, what's science gonna do for me? But, you know, I have learned a lot on how to survive outdoors. And maybe I can put all that into the computer when I get back home. I don't mind putting a little bit more to lockpicking my skill. Well, I have become pretty good at speaking, so... There we go. Now what's down here? The alarm is still going. Hopefully this is not locked. Oh, looks like an interrogation room with no chairs. Well, there's a locker here for some reason. And it's empty. Well, maybe it had more use before the end of the world. Oh, this is a long hallway. Oh! There's traps on the floor! Maybe I should have put skill into traps. Ah! Oh, that was more loud than anything. You know what? I'm actually kind of hurt. That's why I want to get more stim packs. Oh, these traps. Alright, so it splits off, goes right and left over here. Ah! It's hard to see them through this visor. Ah! Yeah, I didn't get hurt from that. Ow! Son of a... Ow! Hey, no more traps. I mean, is that what this whole room was for? Just fill it with traps? Oh. A notice on sign on the door saying that the elevator's out of order. Alright, well... If there's no elevator this way, then there's no elevator at all. This is the last floor. No more traps, please. I'm a little tired of that. Oh. There's a super mutant. Hey there. Just staring blankly. He's not even really looking at me. They're not very intelligent, these things. Alright, let's try to disable this. Okay, better get inside. Oh! Okay. And it reacts when I get close enough. Hey, why don't they just want to talk and... I mean, they don't stand a chance against me, so why fight?
So, a human. This is very interesting. You will come with me to the lieutenant, or you will perish right here.
What? You want me to come with you to the lieutenant? Well, at least you're... You know what, if the lieutenant's their leader? What if you take me right to their leader? Okay. I give up. Let's go.
Oh, this is excellent. You know, I actually doubted my officers when they said they'd captured a prime normal. It is so nice to see you.
Wow, you actually sound half intelligent. More so than half. Amazing. How is... Maybe you didn't have any radiation. You're like a radiation-free... Well, whatever they call you. What do you want with me?
Why, when you become one of us, of course. I can't have a perfectly good prime normal and not make it one of the chosen ones, now can I?
A chosen one?
After you tell me where your vault is.
Are you crazy? I'd rather melt my own self with my plasma rifle before I do that. Tell you? You're almost funny.
We shall see, won't we?
Huh. Think so, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. Right in the eyes. Ooh, it's a tough one. I hope I blinded him, though. Got him down. I don't know if he's gonna get back up, but...
You will pay for your sins.
And there's this idiot in the robe. And you just killed your idiot in the robe. Ow, though. That hurt. And you killed your boss, too, with that rocket. Oh. He's got one of those laser Gatling guns. Okay, rocket guy goes first.
I will
he's still
torture you
alive.
many days.
I need stim pack after this. Like, he's using stim packs. Oh, I'm getting real tired of that. It's penetrating the armor. You, go down.
Ah, miserable human! I am blind!
Ah, I missed. Great. Ah. This is a little dangerous. I'm gonna take another super stim pack. And a regular one. Right, you have to be finished off. Take this. I believe how many hits it took. I know I used stim packs, but still. Ah.
Combat sequence initiated.
Oh, we've got a robot coming. Take this. Stupid super mutant, he brought me to his lieutenant armed. Huh, that's almost pleasant after what I was just hit with. I can't believe he killed his leader with that stupid rocket. Man, super mutants are really, really dumb. Oh, what was on this robed idiot that blew into pieces? Robes? What was on this leader of theirs? This had to be the one in charge. 5 stim packs. That'll make up for what I've recently used. Encryption decoder disc. And he had a Gatling laser on him. Never had a chance to even use it. I actually don't need this. What is on this? Archives. Status. I think he didn't have anything that's new. Let's see. Make sure I didn't pass it. Yeah, this one has that code 010597 on it. Oh, and there's 2. File found in system boarding download. Yeah, okay, I mean, I've checked and there's nothing. Mutant transmissions, that was the first thing I picked about mutants. FEV, experiment tape, I already know all this. Okay. I don't know what that does. This won't work on there. Open up. Okay, I got it. More stim packs. Doubt I'll need the dynamite. I mean, I'm gonna try to set off the fusion reactor, right? So, what is that on the floor? Laser pistol. I did pick up robes. I don't need the robes. I don't need this. Another electronic lockpick. A key. What does this open up? A special key of some sort. That's it? Can go to anything. Go to a footlocker. I'm losing some health. Super stim packs, they heal you real quick, but over time, you lose health. It's meant just for absolute emergencies. So I'll take these other stim packs, as I'm going to have to be using them. I don't see anywhere this key could go. Not like it's a key to the fusion reactor, or at least I hope not. I bet you there's more robots ahead. Okay, let's get this over with. So they took me down to the 4th floor. Oh! Just surprised me. Alright. Not killed. These things have like brains on the top of them. Not any kind of robots that I've ever seen before. I think I remember reading about robo-brains, so... Just, we don't have them in the vault, and the only place I've seen them is here. And I think in the glow had some too.
Warning, CPU damaged. Rerouting critical system.
Yeah, you guys are actually hurting me. A little bit. Okay, so this is not the elevator it came from. There's 2 elevators in this level. Oh, that's the out of order one. I think this next one's the one that they took me through. Ah. Oh, we've got some more muties here. And a... Is that Mr. Gutsy?
We are your masters!
Not quite. Super mutant.
I see enemies to destroy!
Not this enemy. It's either Mr. Handy or Mr. Gutsy. Mr. Gutsy is a military one, but, so I actually think that's probably that one. Ah. Melty, melty. Alright, so is this robot gonna attack me? Oh, it's not. Hello? I don't know if it's functioning properly. It's not even... I mean, it's kind of moving, but not really doing anything else. Yeah, I was gonna say, what I can't use here, I'll take back to the vault. Sure, we could always use these things. Oh, I wonder if this isn't the mutant I was talking to on the radio earlier. Then we are down on the 4th floor. How would it get through? Unless it was a tower on the outside that went down in here. Oh, there's a footlocker there. Plastic explosives. Don't need it. Let's just go. There can't be much more to this place.
You wouldn't kill an unarmed man, would you? Would you?
You surrender, do you? Well,
I surrender.
Good. I don't feel like shooting people if I don't have to.
I surrender.
Okay, okay. I get it. You surrender.
You killed the right hand of God. The Master will be most upset. Now it has come time to join his holy flame.
What about... Why did he just blow up? Wow. Alright. Note to self. Don't talk to any of them. Right, so one of these has to be the working computer. Ooh.
Please don't kill me.
Green vats out there. Is this the computer? Managed to get an interface screen out of the VATS control computer. Well, that's what I need.
Access granted, Command.
Huh. Okay. Search logs.
Invalid command, end input session.
Oh, what about Gray? Wasn't it Richard Gray was the one... He became the master, didn't he? I'll read that.
Download log of Richard Gray.
Download a copy, a log.
Command.
Search logs, Boyarsky.
Unexpected end of line, Bad data encountered. Command.
Bad data encountered. Search logs. Maxon.
Download log of Captain Maxon.
Captain Maxon, yes.
Command.
Was set base to alert
Executing
status.
55658-8678-1251533.
Anyway, I wouldn't mind reading these logs. Okay, so this is actually added thing, a new thing, unlike with that, what do they call him, the lieutenant? Ancient Brotherhood tape. Richard Gray audio capsule. Okay, here they are. Richard Gray audio diary. The audio is not functioning. Right, I'll read it anyways. Are these days? I think he wrote these down as days. Yeah, so these are days on the right side. I'm dying. I need to get this down before the pain overwhelms me. So this is up to the maybe the 4th day. So up to the 20th day. I can't believe that I was finally able to drag myself out of that vat. The slime did not affect me, but I was nearly drowned. I don't know what happened to Harold. Oh, that was the mutant. That was his friend. The ghoul back in the hub. He was standing right next to me when the crane knocked me into the vat. He must have been killed, or he would have tried to help me. Francine is dead, killed by one of those robots. Oh, they probably had a lot of robots defending the place back then. So, 27th day, I have no idea how much time has passed. I was able to hack the computer to turn off the robots and record this, but now my mind is slipping away. There is much pain. The green slime that I was immersed in is the source of all the mutations we traced to here. My skin is to fester and peel. Ugh. In other areas, it is bubbling and starting expelling a green mucus-like substance. Some days, the pain is almost tolerable. This went on for quite a while. 44 to 57. I can actually walk a few steps again. It seems inconceivable that I dragged myself all the way up here from the vat room. Strangely, I'm actually feeling stronger, though I'm still in a lot of pain. Everything seems to be getting smaller. So why would you have kept your intelligence? I don't know, maybe he was just given a small dose of the FEV, or that got into him? Because he said he was knocked into it. Don't they have to be injected into you? So 58 to 96. I think I consumed one of the mutated things scurrying around here today. Ooh. Before I knew what was happening, some sort of tendril sprang from my stomach. Oh, this is disgusting. And covered the poor creature. As soon as it had sucked the rodent into my gut, I could actually feel its mind, I think. There is a very real possibility that I'm going slowly insane and can no longer differentiate between what is real and what is a hallucination. Maybe I'm still slowly dying in the vat and I've imagined all this. Or maybe you got a super dose of FEV. As this doesn't sound like what would happen to a super mutant. 97 to 111. Things are becoming more clear to me every day. This toxin has actually improved my mind. I feel that I can understand even the most complex philosophical questions simply and directly. It's as if all the layers of artifice have been stripped away. I wonder what would happen if I submerged an animal in the vats for a prolonged period of time. Would it gain awareness? 112 to 134. The strangest thing is happening to the animals. They actually become smarter and more aware of their surroundings. I dipped a dog and a rat at the same time today, and they were fused together. Ooh. It's not quite two creatures anymore, but it's more than one. Perhaps this is the future, a coming together of different creatures in some sort of harmonious unity. Ah, that's where they got the unity from. I no longer consume the different animals I create simply for sustenance. I have become the instrument through which unity will be achieved. I am so much more than a human being now. Day 135 to 139. It is time to bring others into the glory that is the unity. Okay, so he's completely lost it by then. 140 to 153. A lost soul has finally strayed into my home. I was so surprised I consumed him before dipping, a mistake I shall not make again. His mind was so primitive as to be repulsed to my refined cognitive abilities. 154 to 172. I've begun to modify myself to be more pleasing to the unity by injecting small doses of the virus into my body. Didn't you already get enough? The slime in the vats is a man-made virus called the Forced Evolutionary Virus. This information was acquired from my newly grown Neuralink with the base computer. You grew a Neuralink? How is that even possible? Day 173 to 198. The few wanderers that have found their way here have been a disappointment to me. They can't seem to mutate correctly. The best I've been able to create are some big and dumb mutants. Most can recall nothing from before I initiated them into the wondrous Unity. I only feed on them for fuel now. Their minds are nothing to me. Day 199 to 236. Oh, glorious Creator, I have succeeded in spreading the complete joy of unification to another soul. Unlike the others, his total radiation count was low. I believe this is the factor we have been overlooking all this time, as it seems the conversion is more successful in the cases with less radiation damage. I have never known such glory as I felt when taking his mind into our own. Day 237 to 281. We are beginning to create an army dedicated to unifying the wonderful diversity of life. We have, not really diversity when you turn them all into one thing. We have trained them to continue our work here while we search out more populated areas to take into ourselves. We are beginning to feel the limitations of a body that is mobile. We must find a permanent home with a greater store of knowledge and a steady supply of biomass. So that's why they moved down to the cathedral. How did they move him if he was like all tendrils and stuff? Ugh, he was disgusting by the time I saw him. Day 282 to 303, we have stopped increasing ourselves until we can find this new unification center. When we have arrived, we will continue to grow and feed until we have brought peace and unity to the entire world. You know, I put a stop to that. I'm going to put a permanent stop to it if I can get the fusion reactor going, overheating. So Captain Maxon's diary, he must have been... 3 pages. He must have been the first Maxon. October 10th, 2077. This is before the end of the world. That was October 23rd. I, Roger Maxon, Captain Serial Number 072389, have started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us, and I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The Colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. Wow, that's bad. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers, and I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though before this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath. 2 days later, October 12th, 2077. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny, with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today and demanded that we interrogate them to find out what their orders were. Next day, October 13th, 2077, I killed the man today I was interrogating, Chief Scientist Anderson, and he was giving me the full details of their inhuman experiments. He said his orders came from the government, but I didn't buy it. He started screaming about how he was following orders and how he was a military man, and I just shot him. I tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men, but I'm not so sure. 2 days later, October 15th, 2077, I tried again to speak to the Colonel through the door, but he seems to have completely lost touch with reality. I broke down the door with several of the men, just in time to watch him blow his head off. Right before... Oh, things were really bad. Right before he pulled the trigger, he said he was sorry. October 18th, by killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. The interrogations invariably end up being executions. Shelman held out the longest, but the end result was the same. Her arguments about her orders were a bit too specific to be completely made up. I'm getting a real bad feeling in my gut about how this is all going to end up. I don't even lie to myself anymore about my reasons for executing the scientists. If this is going on like this here, what's going on everywhere else? October 20th. I finally replied to the outside world over our radio. I don't know why they never sent anyone here to see what was happening when we stopped responding to their transmissions. It doesn't make any sense. Well, they'll come now. I declared ourselves seceded from the Union. They remember Jefferson Davis? What will history say about me? Day before the end of the world, October 22nd. What the hell is going on? We declare ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command, and what happens? Nothing. Something bad is coming down. I don't know. That actually is really strange. October 23rd, this is the day it all ended. I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. They finally let the A-bombs fly. We were right in the middle of trying to pry the real story out of von Feldman when we completely lost contact. I have a feeling the research center was hit hard. I don't know why. Just call it a gut feeling. It seems more inconceivable that we were not targeted. I'm sure China will make up for that oversight real soon. Luckily, we have moved our families from outside into the facility the day before yesterday. We do not yet know if the fallout has reached this area. Yeah, they never did hit this area. It's on the side of a mountain, though. It's probably it's remote. Maybe China didn't know about it or was going to follow up and never was able to. October 25th, 2 days after the end of the world. Sergeant Plattner volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation has not spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation. But if he had been exposed, he would have had to be exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. Well, radiation, it doesn't spread to everyone, like a disease. October 26th, I convinced the men that we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories when the last one was dying. My God, what have I become? October 27th, we're leaving this godforsaken place today. I'm leading the Exodus to the old government bunker at Lost Hills. I'm leaving this log behind to be buried when this place goes in the next exchange. Oh, you must mean the nuclear exchange. Who knows? Maybe someone will find it someday. So that must be where they ended up. Lost Hills, where the Brotherhood currently is. I don't know why they would have left this place. Well, they're probably worried about incoming nuclear weapons hitting them. I guess that's a good reason. Okay, so that being the case, let's I've read everything that I can get out of here.
Access granted. Command?
Right, display security codes.
Command?
Which one? Huh. You know what? I'm going to attempt to hack the firewall to get more data, because I don't know which one of these codes does anything. For all I want, I could set it off immediately. We got to set the fusion reactor off. Display security code encryption table.
Command?
I successfully hacked into the encryption table. I think... you know what? Silent self-destruct sequence.
Executing 31914-1041-1251514.
Yeah, well, you may surrender, but you guys have been dipping people for probably years. I'm getting out of here. Any other mutants in here, they're just gonna have to be destroyed. Oh, not this again. Yeah, this is where I was taken to see their lieutenant.
Arrgh, die infidel!
No!
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God, you killed him!
Yeah, I killed him. I'm sorry. I didn't know that he was so close to you.
He was my lover. He was my best friend. I can't believe that you did that to him.
Again, I apologize. How could I tell that he meant so much to you? Look at him. He's a mutant.
He was a human being. The only way he could survive was by being dipped.
Oh.
You killed him.
Sorry.
You didn't have to kill him.
She begins sobbing.
Leave me alone.
Well, you know, he did turn around and shoot me first. I wasn't planning on it. You can't stay here.
Go away!
The only way he could survive. Well, I'm taking what I can off of him. I don't have much time here. First time. Okay, no more traps, please. Don't have much more time. I'm not gonna feel bad about that woman who is in the prison cell, or these robed idiots. They made their bed with the super mutants and the Master. Ah. Getting a little tired of that. Right before the exit, I'm going to use some more stim packs just in case there's fighting outside. Yeah. One of the patrols may have come back, or I hope my companions are okay. Okay, I feel much better. Oh, you guys are good?
So you did it? You weren't even in there that long. Maybe 45 minutes.
I sure did. I set the fusion reactor to overload, and that was a couple of minutes ago. We need to get going.
You don't need to tell me twice. Let's get the hell out of here.
How much longer do we have? Can we make it far enough?
There should be over 3 minutes left, or close to it, but we gotta get going now. Let's get out of here.
Right behind you.
It's gonna go up, the fusion reactor and all that.
Damn, let's get moving.
The death of the Master was the first major step towards ending his mad dream of conquest and enforced peace. But it is the destruction of the vats that neutralizes the mutant threat. Without the ability to create more mutants and enforce their harsh brand of justice, the mutant armies flee to the east, beyond the no man's land. The ghouls of Necropolis learn how to maintain the repaired water pump, and eventually rediscover many lost secrets of engineering. They form a business, selling this technology to other towns. The mutant armies, led into battle by the fierce super mutants, destroy the followers of the apocalypse. Barely human carrion feeders pick over the followers' remains. In Shady Sands, Tandy helps her father Aradesh bring a new community and new life out of the broken remains of the world. They are responsible for the new California Republic, whose ideals spread across the land. Killian Darkwater takes firm control of Junktown, drives out the last of Gizmo's kind, and then enforces his own brand of frontier justice. Life is fair and safe under his law. The Brotherhood of Steel helps the other human outposts drive the mutant armies away with minimal loss of life on both sides of the conflict. The advanced technology of the Brotherhood is slowly reintroduced into New California with little disruption or chaos. The Brotherhood wisely remains out of the power structure and becomes a major research and development house. Thanks to your persistence, the Raiders are destroyed as an effective fighting force and disband. None of the Raider survivors are ever heard from again. Your involvement with the various places and people of the wasteland is well documented by future historians. Only a single question remained unanswered. What happened to you?
You've done it. That's wonderful, amazing. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished, what you've endured.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to be back.
There's no way the people of the Vault can ever thank you enough for what you've done. You've saved all our lives. Who knows? Maybe even save the human race. That makes the rest of this even harder.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why is this so hard? I've done what you've asked me to do, and now I'm back.
Everyone will want to talk to you. Every youngster will look up to you and want to emulate you. And then what?
Well, maybe one day I'll become the overseer. I'll keep this place safe. I know what it's like out here.
They'll want to leave.
No, they won't.
What happens to the vault if we lose the best of a generation? What if we are the only safe place in the world? You just gave us back all these lives. I can't take the chance of losing them.
You know what? I've already opened up the vault. You're trading water, right? So what does it matter? Well, you have a vault chip back. You don't need to trade any water. But everyone knows where you are now, so it's a little late. I think we should open up the vault. Help the people of this wasteland.
I've made a lot of tough decisions since I took this position, but none of them harder than this one.
Huh?
You saved us, but you'll kill us. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
Are you serious? You don't want me to... Jacorin, are you out of your mind? There's a serious flaw in your logic. I have to go?
The group traveled back out of the cave, back into the light of a late September, and Milton exited his power armor. He then sat on a rock, looking very dejected.
Son, I don't know what to say, but I do know you have friends, and you'll never be alone.
Yeah, don't worry, pal, we gotcha. Your vault might have given up on you, but we won't.
Well, I can't stay here in California forever. I have to return back to the Mojave and report back to the Desert Rangers. I'm sure they'd be very happy to hear about what just happened here in old California. But I can be here for a little while longer.
Milton, I'm so sorry. You are a hero. The biggest I've ever known. Your overseer shouldn't have done that to you. It's just wrong.
Yep. I just don't know what to do, actually.
You have family in there and friends. I can't see them standing by and doing nothing.
Yeah. Maybe all you have to do is wait. But something like that could take some time. I don't think we can just sit here and wait until then.
Then what do you propose we do? I don't have anywhere to go.
You think it's just us that know what you've done? You've touched everyone here in this part of the wasteland. Shady Sands, Junktown, the Hub, the Brotherhood of Steel, Addendum, even that creepy necropolis.
Yeah, you can go anywhere and they'd be happy to have you, Milton.
Thanks, guys. I think you're actually helping.
Come to Shady Sands. They'd love to have you. In fact, I've decided for you that that's where we're going to go, since it's the closest settlement to your vault, and I know it well. Let's go. We'll return after staying there for a week.
Okay, but I'll leave a letter here on the console back inside the cave. I'll let them know where I've gone and when I'll be back.
Two weeks later, Milton and his friends returned to Vault 13 to find the vault door already open, and what looks like 100 people or more moving their belongings and supplies out. Boxes and crates full of people's clothes, household implements, and tools are everywhere in the cave and inside the vault just past the door. After looking at it all for a moment, Milton then spots his mother.
Mom, what's going on? Where is Dad?
Milton, I've missed you so much.
The two embrace, and she plants a big kiss on Milton's cheek.
I've missed you too, Mom. I didn't see you when I was back here the last time.
And that will never happen again. Milton, there's been a revolt. It's like half the vault wants to leave and come with you.
Really? How did this happen?
It was your dad, Milton. He led it against the Overseer. Most of the young under 30 are also coming with us.
Milton's dad suddenly appears carrying a crate full of food past the vault door.
Dad!
Milton!
He drops the crate and the two hug each other.
Are you okay, my boy? I was so worried about you.
I'm okay, Dad.
He looks at Milton really serious for a moment.
No, you aren't. No one could be after what you've been through. You took out a mutant army. You're a hero to this vault. Hell, you're a hero to this whole damn world. Son, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. So tell me what happened after I was told to leave by the Overseer.
After we heard what happened, I became so bloody angry, I just couldn't hold it in. I met with all those so-called rebels that held protests last year. We formed a plan, and we had a mutiny over this. We decided we all want to get out and follow you. Jacorin, the Overseer, had no choice but to let us leave since most of the security also sided with us. I think they knew they'd be outmatched by most of the vault fighting against them. So most of the vault is staying, but the overwhelming majority were against the Overseer not letting people leave if they want to.
Wow, Dad, that's amazing. Thanks for all of this, but where are we going to go?
Well, that's a good question, Milton. Considering this is the first time I've ever been outside the vault, I was hoping you or your friends would have an idea.
So you think half the vault are leaving with us?
Yes. Well, not exactly, but it seems like half the vault is leaving. It's nearly 200, Milton, but it's a big part of the vault, even though most are staying.
Holy.
Shit. That's a lot of people to just go anywhere. I don't even know if anywhere would accept a huge number like that. And considering they don't know how to survive out here.
That's too many to come to Shady Sands or even to Junktown. And I don't think your people will want to get lost in the hub. Well, I've been thinking. Maybe it's a good time to bring this up.
Yeah? You know of a better place to go?
I do. But only if you guys don't mind starting your own settlement. I've been to a lot of places as a caravan bodyguard, even up north. I know of a place that might be perfect. It's a canyon, has plenty of water, and is both a bit isolated and quite defensible. A few years ago, while returning home from a caravan run, one day we had gotten lost and came across it. I thought it was the perfect place to start a community.
Well, that sounds kind of perfect, actually.
Well, you did hear the part about starting your own settlement, right? It won't be easy.
We'll follow you anywhere, Milton.
Yeah, Milton, we're all behind you. Anywhere you think is a good place to settle. We are determined to make a life outside the vault.
You have the best parents, Milton. I wish I had parents like that.
You got that right, Katja. They are the best. No, it doesn't sound like an easy life, Tycho, but if it's a good spot, I think it's for the best. We'll all be together and look out for each other. Okay, Ian, let's talk about this place up north.
There was a long caravan going north, beyond anywhere Milton knew about. Some people were lost along the way due to heat stroke, and a couple wandered off never to be found again. But eventually, the caravan arrived at a beautiful canyon. There were areas to grow crops, plenty of water, and it was, as Ian had said, isolated and defensible. Everyone thought it was the perfect place. Lydia, Teresa, and Lyle, all friends of Milton, helped organize and led the people under him. Ian and Katja remained with them for several months before deciding to stay permanently and become part of their settlement that Milton called Arroyo. Tycho left a few weeks after arriving, choosing to scout the surrounding area and giving his approval, though he wasn't happy with the large mutant geckos that lived nearby. Tycho returned home to the Mojave, and Milton never heard from him again. Ian and Katja were the first in Arroyo to get married, sparking a flurry of other marriages as everyone who wasn't already a couple began to pair up. Everyone knew that out here, children, and a lot of them were the future. While the settlement was being built, Cindy and Milton grew close and eventually decided to get married as well. Arroyo was completed on August 18th, 2167, over 4.5 years after it was started. During this time, Milton returned to Vault 13 several times, or sent scouts there hoping to bring more of their former fellows out into the wider world. But that slowly came to an end. For years after, Milton, Ian, and Katya initially led the village, teaching the others the skills they would need to survive and grow strong, such as hunting, farming, engineering, and warfare. Cindy, who had also always had a crush on Milton, learned all these new skills with great enthusiasm. Their marriage and leadership was the example set for the entire settlement. In 2188, Christine, their red-headed daughter, was born. The tribe grew strong over the years under Milton's leadership. Though he was greatly saddened by the loss of both his parents, who died within a year of each other in 2190. Outside of the vault, lifespans were greatly shortened. But shortly after the death of his parents, Tallius, Milton's old friend, found his way to Arroyo. Apparently he'd been looking for it for years. Milton was overjoyed by seeing him, and Tallius agreed to live in Arroyo, the people now being more accepting to the mutations of the outside world. Tallius informed Milton that the followers of the apocalypse had several other satellite groups that had been outside of the boneyard. So when the mutants came, their people and philosophy still lived on. He himself was left untouched by the mutants, seeing in Tallius not an enemy, but a fellow mutant. He was the only survivor of the group that day. He also told Milton that the well-armed people of nearby Aditum, along with help from the Brotherhood of Steel, forced the super mutants away from the area. On January 16, 2208, Milton, the Vault Dweller, left Arroyo with his good friend Tallius. His spouse, Cindy, had passed away years earlier, and he chose to leave his memoirs and jumpsuit behind. He felt he had taught his daughter everything he could to prepare her for taking over as the leader of Arroyo, even though she still had to pass a difficult test that he and Ian had devised years earlier. Milton never returned to Arroyo. By now being 68 years old, Milton was an old man, aging faster out in the wasteland than if he had remained living in the vault. Some say the Vault Dweller was taken by the sky spirits. Others say that he felt it was time to move on and leave the elders to guide Arroyo. After the one-moon-month cycle of mourning for the Vault Dweller ended, activity in Arroyo began to return to normal.
This video was started, recorded, and 3/4 completed yesterday on Fallout Day, which was October 23rd, 2024. I had to re-record the gameplay in this video because I had accidentally deleted it, but it turns out that this recording is much better than the original. There was no real conversation with the lieutenant. He just said something like, "You need to die now." Though it did show his long animated death, unlike this one. I also never had a chance to talk to Sarah, the human woman who got angry with me for killing her love, the super mutant. In my deleted recording, she just walked up to me and attacked, I guess because I had killed him without anything else. I think what it is you have to be taken by him to meet the lieutenant, and if you don't, if you just kill him, then there's nothing else. So, this has been a great experience, creating this Let's Roleplay. Frustrating at times because of the massive tedium of looking on the screen and typing it into 11 Labs, then downloading it, then uploading it to my editor, and then placing it in just the right spot. A few things were missed, and a few mistakes were made along the way. I'd also been tweaking several AI voices throughout this series, especially the narrator. The reason I just spoke about what happened yesterday, and I actually don't know what to really do about it because I've never been in a situation like this before, but I am quite emotional at the moment. Yeah, I'm keeping it buried down, but it's there. Because my dad died yesterday morning, on Fallout Day, and I didn't realize that even was Fallout Day while I was still working away on this video until some point in the afternoon. Considering it's also the end of this Let's Roleplay, and putting in the prolonged ending as I did, as what I normally do when I do videos, it would often stir some feelings up, but nothing too serious, just because you're basically writing the end of these characters' lives, even though they're not real. But for me, it actually, I care about them. But this time, it's been pretty hard to do it. No, I wasn't too close to my father. I haven't spoken to him in 24 years. I last saw him in 2009 at my sister's wedding, but I refused to talk to him. The last time we had anything to do with each other, which was 1997, things were violent. You see, my father was an abusive man, especially towards me. Just physical and mental abuse, nothing else. But I know the type of house he was raised in, and it was really bad. That's not to excuse his behavior, however it does make it understandable. I've forgiven him, but I have refused to have any contact with him until he comes to me and apologizes for years of what he did. And maybe we could have had some sort of relationship. Now it will never happen. He was 73 years old and died from dementia, which is something until right now I didn't even really know what it was until I looked it up before writing this very sentence. And my two boys will never get to meet him. I had to ask my sister for pictures to show them. Despite our history together, he was in my life for the first 20 years. Most of my memories of him are not good. But despite all that, he was still there for the first 20 years of my life. And there were moments that we had together. I also think that the lack of anything between us before he died is hurting me right now. I know he cared about me. He had a much better relationship with my sister. Even my mom had a better one with him than I did, and they've been divorced since '97. He lived in fear. All that trauma he suffered growing up, he put upon others, particularly me. Despite all that, I know he cared. There were a few outbursts from him while growing up that I'll never forget. Outbursts such as teary-eyed outbursts that showed he cared about others, because for a man so guarded, he let it slip once in a while. He has been a great lesson for me to not be like him, to learn from him, to not live in fear, and to clear that trauma, which I even put that technique into a Fallout 4 video last year. I suppose this is my way of dealing with it. I've been emotional in a few parts of my Fallout 4 videos, even one part in Skyrim, putting my head into the place of someone who lost so much as like what Ryan Moore did, and yeah, those were genuine feelings stirred up from me even though there was no one hurt. It's just a story. But here in my real body, I've got real loss to deal with. I think it's okay to be sad when you lose someone, even if it's complicated. As for who I am, I'd probably act more like a hurt cat and go and hide and deal with it on my own. That's just how I am. I don't exactly like to go and display my emotions openly. But sometimes I feel like I can do it in these videos where appropriate. So when Fallout Day comes from now on, I also have something else to think about. What a weird coincidence. If you listened up to this point, thank you. All I can say about Fallout 2 is that maybe in the future it will come It's all set up and ready to go, but my channel is slowing down to one Let's Roleplay at a time, and freeing up the time needed to make these follow-up videos will help a lot. Take care.